This time's What's for Dinner is a taste of what I ate on vacation. What is up, you guys? My name is Kira if you are new, and in today's video I am back with another What's for Dinner video, but this time it's vacation edition. So I recently just got back from a trip on Long Island visiting my family, and I stayed just a little under 3 weeks, and we had a really nice time, but a lot of what we had planned to do out and places to go and things like that, they kind of got disturbed by the fact that my mom fell ill literally the day before we got there. So it kind of was a bumpy vacation and not everything went as planned, but that's okay. We improvise in our house. And my dad was dying to taste a lot of the things that I make that he sees in my videos or previous What's for Dinners, and he wanted a taste of them. So he pretty much designed the menu that we ate, and I have all of those clips to share with you today. However, Dad's choices are going to have to wait just 1 second because I did find 2 clips in my computer that I forgot to share on our last What's for Dinner. Now, this is a typical Tuesday in my house because we usually do some kind of Tex-Mex thing every single Tuesday. And even if we're doing tacos, enchiladas, whatever we're doing, I usually take that stuff and put it on chips. I am a nachos girl. I love the idea of layering everything. And so these are those really yummy chips, those late July ones, the multigrain. They're so delicious. And so I have that with some ground beef on it and lettuce, tomatoes, cilantro, melted cheese, sour cream, lime juice. And I just, like I said, layer everything. And this is completely ideal to me. Everybody else had tacos, but not Mom. My Taco Tuesday is Nacho Tuesday, and I never complain about it one bit. That's probably one of my all-time favorite meals. But one of my husband's all-time favorite meals is the Mississippi chicken. He just absolutely loves this. I did cook this for my dad, and I don't think I snapped a picture of it because I knew I already had one in my arsenal because I always have one of these. This is a staple in my house. I have a cooking video for it that I can link up above so you guys can check it out. I always serve it over mashed potatoes because it makes such a really yummy gravy, and I put it right in a bowl because I love to layer everything on top of it. I made green beans that night and I threw it right on the side of my food in my bowl because, like I said, I like to layer things and everything just goes so good together. So make sure you check out that recipe. And then now we have reached vacation plates. But my very first clip is a clip from my mother-in-law's house. When we went up there, that was the first dinner that I caught a picture of because when I first got to my mom's, we brought her to the hospital and stuff. So it's kind of a whirlwind, and I don't even know what we ate for those 2 days. But my first kind of day to decompress was at my mother-in-law's, and she barbecued. So I did my burger without a bun, and I just put lettuce and tomato and onion and mayo on the bottom, and I put my burger on top, and it was like a nice hearty fresh ground beef burger. It was super delicious. And then they made London broil, and Marvin took it off the barbecue just the way I like it. Like, you can see that there's a nice brown rim all the way around, but you still have a nice hearty, cool, pink, almost red, juicy center, which is just the way I like my steak. And then my mother-in-law makes an amazing macaroni salad. I don't even know what she puts in it, like pickles and cucumber, and I don't even know, but peas, maybe there's peas in it too. I don't even know, but it's really good. And I look forward to going up there when she makes it because it is super delicious. But this was one of the dinners that I had at my mother-in-law's. The next night at my mother-in-law's, we had pizza and wings, and I forgot to snap a picture of it. But then we had a super long drive home, and we just ate sandwiches that my mother-in-law packed for us for our car ride. And then the next night, my mom said, "You look exhausted. Let's just order out." It was my husband's last night there before he was going to go ahead and fly home. So Daryl loves White Castles. That was even his mystery item in my grocery haul right before I left, and he had to get the real thing. Long Island is the only place that we can get it. It was their 100th birthday, so they had a big deal on the Crave case. So we just got a Crave case to share with everybody. And then my mom ordered from Campus Heroes. So if you're local to Suffolk County, Long Island, like you might have known about Campus because they're a very popular hero place. And we just went and got like a huge platter of some Italian hero. And then this was chicken cutlet with bacon and cheese. And I threw a little bit of mayo on it. And then it came with salads like macaroni and potato salad. And I just had a little bit of potato salad on the side. But that was really, really good. We love ourselves some fresh White Castle. And then it was awesome to have some Campus Heroes. I hadn't had that in years. Now we're at one of those Taco Tuesdays, and of course, it had to be chicken roll-ups. I have a cooking video for this. It is super, super old, so bear with me, but it'll still teach you and walk you through how to make these. It's also in the first cookbook that I wrote with the girls. All of my cookbooks are linked down below and in my Amazon store, but my dad loves them, and he wanted me to make them. So I went ahead and made some of the chicken roll-ups. I made some yellow rice, and then I just served that alongside of lettuce and tomato and sour cream, and it was really, really yummy. Like I said, this is a staple in our house, and my dad really wanted those things that I make all of the time that he looks forward to, like my pot pie. I think I've been talking about my pot pies forever, and pot pies are one of my dad's favorite things. He buys like the Marie Colander ones and the banquet ones during the winter season, and him and my mom always eat pot pies for dinner. So when he found out like his little girl grew up and made pot pies like his favorite thing, and she makes them all the time, he wanted them, and he wanted beef. So usually I make chicken. Daryl loves turkey, but I did beef for my dad, and he really, really loved it. I made so many, and I cut it in wedges like this, and I froze them individually so that during the winter time, instead of buying them, he could just go ahead and pull these out. But I shared this in that cookbook as well. I think I also have this in a cooking video. Yeah, maybe a man's winter freezer meals. Anytime I have a cooking video, I always link it down below. So make sure you check that description box because I'm pretty sure I've shared it. But that is another popular in my house. Now, something else that's going to end up being popular in my house is these stuffed shells. And I'm actually sharing with you guys a what I cooked my family on vacation video next week. And I filmed how to make this and something else that you guys will see in just a second. But these are those buffalo chicken stuffed shells and then regular stuffed shells. And like I said, I shared both of them in that recipe, but that buffalo chicken stuffed shell is something new that I just recently came up with. And it was such a big hit in my family that Jake wanted me to make it for my dad because he knows how much my dad absolutely loves my buffalo chicken. Not to kind of promote my cookbook yet again, but that buffalo chicken recipe is also in that first book, and my dad just loves it. But I guess the idea of putting it inside of a pasta shell and then covering it with this Cajun Alfredo and cheese, my dad was super excited about it, and he just couldn't stop talking about it. I made that, and then I made the regular stuffed shells, which my mom absolutely loved, and we just served it alongside of a salad. But it was like the perfect Italian night, and everybody loved it, and I couldn't wait to share with you guys what I had come up with. So the next thing that you guys are going to see in that video is this recipe. So do you remember when Daryl chose potato sticks as his mystery item? Well, we picked on them and they were good, but I had come up with the idea of, hey, let's throw that in the food processor and use that potato stick as a breading for fried chicken cutlets. And that's exactly what I did. And when I told my dad I did that, he was like, okay, we have to find these potato sticks. So you need to do that for me. So that's what I did. And I have that video coming up next week where I share with you how to make it. So I have that fried chicken cutlet patty on my plate with Nathan's French fries. You guys, I love Nathan's fries, and I can only get them at my mom's. So I had have the Nathan's fries and then mayo and ketchup on the side. This dinner was so, so good. And again, something else that I can't wait to share with you. All right. Something I wanted to share with my dad was my stuffed meatloaf. I do have a video for this. I did like a Pinterest. Like I shared a whole bunch of recipes that I got off of Pinterest, and this was one of them, and it's now become another staple in my house because everybody loves it. I don't enjoy meatloaf. There's just something about it, but stuffing it with the basil and the prosciutto and the provolone and then putting some, like good marinara sauce on top or a good meat sauce, and you'll see on the bottom I have ragut, or you guys say ricotta cheese. Like I have that on the bottom because it makes that rolantini. If you dunk it all together, you get that rolantini flavor. It's just so delicious, and it's a different take on like a meatloaf, just a different way to kind of add a different flavor. So we have that alongside of some salad. My parents don't do a whole lot of like side veggies. They do like a salad every night. So I have a salad there, and then a little piece of garlic bread. I toasted the baguette that I got from Aldi, and that was a yummy night. So next I have a breakfast for dinner clip, which you guys know we do breakfast for dinner in our house quite often, but I recently just shared with you guys a back to school breakfast ideas, and I shared a bagel casserole with you, and I talked about it with my family, and we had some leftover bagels after a Sunday weekend, breakfast day where we got bagels. We had some left over, and it's so hot at my mom's and there's no central air, so you don't put those bagels in the freezer, they can start to go really fast. And so instead of wasting them, because the bagels on Long Island are ridiculously expensive, I went ahead and cut up those egg everything bagels that I had left over, and I whipped up this egg casserole real quick, and my parents just loved it because it was such a nice way to use bagels that we always have, and it makes this big huge tray. And my dad just couldn't get over like the blobs of cream cheese that just go with the bagels and the egg and the bacon and the cheese. It's just so delicious. And then I took that chocolate chip bread from Aldi and I made it into French toast. So we had the French toast and we had this bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese casserole, and I had it with a big glass of orange juice. It was like the perfect breakfast for dinner. We had the sweet from the French toast and the savory from this casserole. So good. So we're back around to another Tuesday, and for our Tex-Mex night, I did a steak fajitas, and I thought that would be something that everybody could kind of cater to themselves. You can put it in a hard taco shell, you can do it on a regular, tortilla like a fajita, or you can do it like I did with leftover salad. So like I said, my parents do a lot of salad, so they constantly have a bowl in the fridge that's rotating. Well, we had like the end of a bowl left over, and we were getting ready to clean all of that out so we can make another fresh salad. And I was like, hey, we just made that like 2 days ago. It's still good. Give it to me. And so I put it in a bowl, and then I just put everything on top of it. So I put the peppers, the onions, and melted cheese and the steak, the whole fajita thing. I put it right on top of lettuce and tomato. And then I topped it with sour cream. And then I took some Cool Ranch Doritos, like the small bag that you see up in the corner, and I crushed it into little pieces, and I sprinkled it on top. And it was the crunchy from the Doritos and the sour cream, and then the really yummy fajita, and then nice and hearty salad. I really enjoyed it. It was something that was just kind of thrown together, but really good. So something that's been a staple for me in my house for, I would probably say, a couple of years now is this little creation that I made, and it just kind of keeps getting better and better. So I take green onion and I mix it inside of some cream cheese, and then I smear it inside of a chicken cutlet, and then I roll it up. And then I dunk that in some egg, and then I roll that in cheese and breadcrumbs, but I switched it up over the years and I changed it to Ritz crackers. So I'll crumble up Ritz crackers and I'll mix it with shredded cheese, and then you take your chicken and cream cheese that's been dunked in egg and you roll it in that Ritz cracker and cheese, and then you wrap a piece of bacon around it and stick it in the pan and bake it in the oven. Sometimes I'll put like cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup on top if I want to change it up, or sometimes I'll leave it just like this, but my family loved it just like this. I served it with some plain old regular Kraft macaroni and cheese on the side. You guys know me. I am not one for mac and cheese, so that was for the tube, you guys. That's right. I did it for you guys. Otherwise, you were going to see nothing but a piece of chicken on my plate. So I put a little mac and cheese just to share with you what went alongside of this dish. And here's like the pan of what they look like in the pan. You can see how juicy it is. Like, look at the layer of juice that comes out of that chicken. And you just take that and ladle over it because it's it's the bacon and the chicken, all those juices, they just ladle over the chicken. It's so fantastic and so super easy to make. And I think I might have shared that in a video, but once before. And if I have, I will link it down below. Now, one night I had to go ahead and make stroganoff just because this was something that just kind of reminds me of something that my mom used to throw together when we were younger. It's very easy. I have a video for this, and I think it's like a 6-ingredient, 1-pot kind of recipe that I share with you guys. And it's so good. It's just another way of using ground beef. It gives you kind of that homemade hamburger helper feel, but it's creamy and it's hearty. It's perfect for like the cooler season coming up. I feel like it's nice and warm and cozy, and it goes perfect with like a salad on the side. You don't need much of anything else. I have some fresh tomatoes from my dad's garden, a fresh cucumber from my dad's garden, and my homemade ranch, and that was perfect for dipping alongside of that stroganoff. And this was like a perfect comfort meal. Something else that my dad requested, and I apologize, I was so busy that day that I never got a picture of my plate. So this is a picture that I snapped of the kids' plate the next day for leftovers. Sorry, my bad. But I have a whole cooking video for this. But my dad knew that I crusted French toast in cereal, and he wanted French toast with the Captain Crunch Berry cereal. So I found some brioche bread, and I made a whole loaf of the Captain Crunch Berries French toast. And then my brother got the Crunch Berries pancake mix, so I made a whole batch of the Crunch Berries pancake mix, so it was almost like a Captain Crunch breakfast for dinner kind of thing. I made little round sausages, and this was Mason's plate, so you can see that there's a banana in the background. But we always love ourselves some breakfast for dinner, that's for sure. And my dad was like over the moon. He couldn't wait to try that crusted French toast, and I've tried it with everything, you guys. Frosted flakes, cinnamon frosted flakes, cinnamon toast crunch. Like, if you have not tried crusting your French toast in cereal, you don't know what you're missing. And last but certainly not least was our Sunday dinner right before I was getting ready to leave. I never got a chance to go to Uncle Giuseppe's, so they deliver, and I sat in my bed and I lied down and I delivered Uncle Giuseppe's to my door, and we made raviolis for dinner. So I had fresh raviolis. I actually shared this in my vlog. I think you guys are going to see that in my last video for like my last week of vacation. I think I shared what I got from Uncle Giuseppe's, and I got some fresh ravioli, and we got some Asiago baked bread, and we got the bolognese and the sausage fresh meat sauce of theirs, and I ordered a fresh container of ricotta cheese and something else, maybe a salad or something, and it was like $70. So expensive to just order just a little bit, but it was so worth it. It was the perfect Sunday dinner. The raviolis were delicious, the meat sauce was great, the bread was good. My dad baked it with a little bit of provolone and put a little bit of that meat sauce on top. It was so good, and it was perfect for that very last night. For my very last night on Long Island, I ordered some Chinese food. I had shrimp egg foo young with pork fried rice. I apologize, I never caught up picture of that either, but I was literally going out of my mind trying to pack, and my anxiety was so high, and I always get anxiety before I'm getting ready to travel, whether it's in a car or in a plane. It's just me and my whole mental thing, like, am I gonna forget something? What's gonna happen? All the variables. And let me tell you something, all the variables that could have happened happened. And so I'm really glad that I enjoyed that meal. Sorry I didn't catch a picture of it yet again, but it was good, and it didn't even prepare me for what was going to be of the next 48 hours of my life. But that is another story that you guys will hear coming up really soon. But this is it for this time's What's for Dinner video. I will have another one of these coming up in just a few weeks, and I will, like I said, next week have that video where I share with you guys what I cooked for my family on vacation. Otherwise, you guys, hold on tight. I have so much content coming up once the kids are going back to school. I love you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.